Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Monday, everybody. Guess we'll be John. Hit that like button. We'll see you on the other side. Oh, yeah, right there. Folks.
Cool.
Welcome back, Fun Fam. If you're brand new to the channel or to the show, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun. This is the Daily Dish, episode 156. I can't believe that's 100. Dear Lord, I guess when you're doing something every day, the numbers stack up pretty quick. Speaking of the day, I hope that you are having a phenomenal day wherever you are out there in the world. And phenomenal day, morning, afternoon, evening, in the middle of the night, whenever you're watching. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope you're having fun, and I hope your attitude is a good one. You know, a lot of people don't realize that you can have a very good attitude and still be very critical of things. And a lot of people, it's very strange. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I don't know if it's people on the left or if it's just some people in general personality thing. But some people think that when you are criticizing something that you hate it. And I don't like that word. It's not a word because to me, the word hate is extremely strong. Like it means so vile, so repugnant, so bad that you want nothing to do with it. And I can criticize something that I actually like. You know, I can criticize something over the weekend, I was criticizing somebody on their X post, and I wasn't criticizing them. I was criticizing the attraction that they were saying was such an amazing, great, have to do it attraction, and that was Journey of Water. Journey of Water, Moana, inspired by Moana, it's a lame duck attraction, in my opinion. It is a huge downgrade from the Communicore that used to be there years ago at Epcot, and then eventually became Interventions. And yes, it is true. The last version of Interventions didn't have that much inside of it, but they did have the space to do a lot more than what they had done. And if they had built Journey of Water inside the Interventions building, some sort of a different version of it that was still covered, that was still out of the weather, that you could have had really great, more interactive experiences with, I think it could have been, they could have done a better job with what they did. But the way they did it, it just feels like it doesn't belong in Epcot. And so I have a criticism about it. That doesn't mean I hate it. It doesn't mean I hate the people posting. It just means I'm critical of an attraction that is subpar versus what Imagineering used to do in the past. So it's crazy. It's crazy. People come attack me because, and I wasn't attacking these people. I wasn't attacking them. I was saying that I just think that they're going to get sick of this. It to me, Journey of Water is like, it's kind of a one and done type of thing. And if you go there at night, that's different if you have kids, right? If you have kids, it's a splash pad. Kids love splash pads, right? It's a glorified splash pad. They put a lot of money into a splash pad, but it's really in a weird place. Maybe it should have been at a water park. Maybe it should have been at Typhoon Lagoon. It should have been like, and because it's a splash pad and the kids can get literally soaked. Kind of nasty to have in a park that's not a water park. There's just so many things about it that I can be critical of. I can still go in and I don't know. I don't really enjoy it that much, but because there's so many better things at Epcot. But I think it was really, really weird that I mean, I can have fun. I can have a negative opinion. That doesn't mean I hate anything. I don't hate Journey of Water. I just think that it's comparatively not very Disney compared to what the past used to be. Also, they already have dancing waters at Epcot over at Journey into the Imagination. So it's not even new and innovative, so they didn't really do anything. The only thing cool about Journey of Water is the area where you have Te Fiti and the pool at nighttime. If that were like an isolated kind of fountain area and it was just its own thing and it was just decor, beautiful, wonderful. You don't need the rest of it, honestly. So that's just an opinion. It's just an opinion, and getting attacked for it's really, really weird. Let's say hi to everybody. I see Pam Empson just came into the chat. Good morning, Pam. How are you doing? I'm checking on something. No, okay. Oh, good. Okay, cool. Oh, there's my beautiful wife. She just popped in. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday from my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley is here. She's in the house. Okay, so let's say hi to everybody. We do have a giftie that we're going to get to in just a minute after we say hi to everybody. And Fairbrick Studio, Wayne, first in the door this morning. Wayne coming in from across the pond. Good morning, Wayne. That's me saying good morning to Wayne. Morning, afternoon, everyone. Tom F says happy Monday, all. Andy W. Good morning, even though it's Monday. Ruby, you've gifted a membership. We're going to celebrate that in just a moment, right away. Wow, even before the show was really started. And that's thank you so much. And congratulations to, and we're going to get to this in a minute more, Corey Carey. Got a membership on the channel. Mr. Fulton Moran says, morning big news today. We won our second basketball game and we lost our first basketball game, and we won third place. Bronze medal, and I have made 15 basketball shots, 10 rebounds, and 15 passes. Good job. Good job there, Mr. Fulton Moraz. Congratulations on that. Tom F. Thanking Ruby Who for the support. Woohoo! We appreciate that. And I said thank you as well. Tom F. says, and this is important, hit that like button like it's the way into the park and you want in now. I wonder if I could do the sound effect, right? When you scan into Disney, I have that sound effect. I don't have a thing for sound effects on here. I guess that's just in the sound. Okay. Good afternoon. Follow the Bradleys in chat. Juliet says, Juliet is here. Hi, Juliet. Hi, Tom F. Hi, Going Shogi is here. Good morning. And first of all, prayers continue for everybody in Southern California. Going Shogi is in Southern California. And I just want to say, Going Shogi to everybody. We can prayers still continue for your area. But congratulations on being able to go home and having a home to go home to. So well protected, and some prayers are answered, and we all appreciate that. Because we know that was really, really a stressful time for Going Shogi, having to be away from his house during those Southern California fires. Goodness gracious me. Equus Hart says, good morning to everyone. Dylan Soup is here. Says, hey, Ron, what's up, chat? What's up, Dylan Soup? Not my favorite. Broccoli cheddar. I like broccoli cheddar. I don't know what my favorite soup is, though, really. Honestly, I don't know them. It just depends. I don't know that I have a favorite soup. I mean, soup is soup, so. Dylan Soup. Probably my favorite soup is Dylan Soup. I'll just go with Dylan Soup as my favorite soup. Juliet says hi to Go and Jogi, who is saying hi to everyone else. And the Bud Files are here. Good morning, the Bud Files and Sue. And Pam Empson has walked through the door. Says hi, Ron Bradley, today. And Virginia Bradley Adventures heading to Ross for my video. Okay, baby. Stay safe. Dan's Life at the Kingdom says, good morning, everyone. And Tommy Doyle here says, hail, 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 hail. Going Shogi says, thanks, we were lucky and blessed. Yes, indeed. Very, very blessed. Going Shogi says, I love soup. I made a killer caramelized onion with sweet Italian sausage soup yesterday. Stop that, Going Shogi. It sounds really, really good. I have I'm going to do something. I'm going to save it. I was going to do it right now. I'm going to save it until after we address, first of all, the celebration, the thing that we do. We love to celebrate on this channel. So as you guys know, if you're watching the show, if you're brand new to the channel and you're brand new to the show and you're watching, did I say Dilton Soup? I said Dylan Soup. I think it's pronounced Dylan, Dillon. Anyway, if you're brand new to the show, you know that I can't do this without you guys. I love you guys. Love you watching. Love you being here. So grateful for my audience. Grateful for every single one of you coming through the door because you give me energy to wake up. Just like the Transformers, the Autobots and Decepticons got their energy from Energon. You guys are my Energon. You're the Energon that makes this guy transform and roll out of bed in the morning.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
Oh, we have fun with that. Well, we love to celebrate you guys. All right. So I always celebrate anytime there is support from anybody on the channel. Sometimes I celebrate more than that. That's okay, because if you're just watching, I'm going to celebrate. You're here, we got to celebrate. But this morning, we already have something to celebrate, and I'll explain what that is so that you know when this comes up, what's going on. We do a celebration anytime there's a gifty, anytime there is a super chat, super thanks, super sticker, PayPal donation, buy me a coffee donation, or somebody becomes a buy me a coffee member. That's buy me a Dole Whip. That's in somewhere in the links. Anytime somebody buys merchandise from Follow the Bradley's Fun spread shop during the show, or anytime there are somebody becomes a member of the channel, or there is a gifted membership, we love to celebrate you, and we love to celebrate all of that. So we had Ruby Hoove come in this morning. All hail Ruby Hoove gifted a membership to Follow the Bradley's Fun. And for that, we love to celebrate. What does a celebration look like? Well, here's a short version of one of our celebrations.
Is it too much? Too much? It's a birthday!
Oh, this is just the best of us. Well, that's it. It's short. That's a short version. Let me see here. Yeah, I feel like Fire Dragon 57 is here. Very cool. Transformers are my favorite. What is up, Fire Dragon 57? I love the icon there. The little avatar. Very, very cool. Yes, it is Dylan. Dylan from 90210, Beverly Hills 90210. Did you guys know? Pardon me, I got to clear my throat. There's something going on. I can feel it. It wouldn't be a daily dish without me clearing my throat at 9:30 in the morning, would it? Dylan Soup, hey there. Yeah, I've an amazing Transformers collection that I have not been able to display in years. I have two collections of things that I'd like to display. Transformers would be one of them. I'd like to have a room where it's actually I could probably do it in the room that I'm in right now, but there's a lot of inventory of other things in here. That's okay. But I'd like to have a room where I could display all of my Transformers, and all of my, I like a lot of G1s. I got Optimus Prime G1. I got Megatron G1. I bought those things when I was little. I just kept them my whole life. Got the boxes. I've got Ultra Magnus. I've got the thing that was the city. I can't remember what it was called, but it's a very cool thing. But I love big fan of the Transformers. When I was 15 years old, we didn't own one, but we rented a video camera, old-fashioned kind that you put on your shoulder, and you have like a videotape in there, and you could tape right onto the big old giant videotapes, right? So I had a video camera, and we used that to record. Oh boy. So I was 15 years old. We rented it for my 16th birthday, because on my 16th birthday, I flew an airplane solo. That was my birthday gift. Great, amazing gift is that. And I never did go through all the way to get my pilot's license. I got my student pilot certificate. I had about 17 hours behind me in the air. And we filmed it, but I used that camera to create some funny Transformer shorts with my toys back then. What does this say? This says I'm going to call the Disney Hiltons Diltons from now on. Are you talking about Disney Hiltons like the Pojo, the Polynesian Island Tower? Excuse me. Fire Dragon 57. Hey. Hey, I'm looking at everybody coming through the door this morning. I'm going to make sure everybody's here. Pam. And what is Dylan Soup? Never heard of it. Dylan Soup is a guy in the chat named Dylan Soup. Do you have G1 only or the movieverse? I don't think I have anything from the movieverse. I have G1 and like G2. I have like old cartoon Transformers. I don't have anything from like today's Transformers. That would be really, yeah. That's our dream for our home. Virginia has her display room, and I have my display room, my man cave, her woman cave. We need those things. We all need our space, right? I have Transformers and Biker Mice from Mars. So that's cool. The Pojo. Yes, indeed, the Pojo. Dylan Soup says, it is a soup that is Dylan. Do you remember the comedian Soupy Sales? Who remembers that? Oh, so here's what I wanted to tell you guys. I don't even think I took a picture of it. Yesterday, we were at Disney Springs, and I went to Chicken Guy for the first time. And no, I have no pictures of Chicken Guy. I didn't even take a single picture of it. Because I didn't really go to review. I am he, and he is me. Hola, go Chogi. Anyway, so Xander and Virginia, my mother-in-law, my suegra, my mom, we call her mama, and myself, we all went to Chicken Guy, and they enjoyed the chicken Caesar salad, which they said was really good. I had what they call a barbecue sandwich, and it was the least barbecue tasting, for my opinion, of a barbecue sandwich I've ever had. It wasn't a bad sandwich, but as Andy W. as Go and Shogi says, Chicken Guy was underwhelming. Should have gone to Raising Cane's. I think we have a Raising Cane's that just opened here. And I told my wife this yesterday. My opinion was that I actually prefer Wingstop chicken sandwiches, which are quite a bit less expensive, to Chicken Guy. I wanted to go. It's not as expensive as other things on Disney property, so that's why it was a little bit more economical, if you will, than certain other things. But at the same time, it didn't blow me away the way I thought it might. Like, I had high expectations for Chicken Guy based on what is up, Braylon? Good to see you in the chat, man. I watched a lot of you on Saturday on Lorena's show. But anyway, Chicken Guy was okay. The portion size was good. Like, the sandwich is big. It definitely filled me up. I had not eaten the entire day. So the portion size was really good. The flavor combination was, I don't know, it just should have been more barbecue. And I don't like their version of barbecue sauce. I really like mesquite smoked and hickory smoked barbecue sauce. I'm not a big fan of honey barbecue or other barbecue sauces. I mean, when it comes to that stuff, it comes down to taste buds and opinion. It really, really does. But it was good. I'm not going to say it was bad. I'm just going to say that what I've heard about Chicken Guy versus what I experienced is that it's okay. Would I eat there again? Yeah, but it's not something I would try for. We waited in line. The line wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be, so that's a good thing. Andy W says, I remember Super Sales. Anyway, I didn't do a whole video on Chicken Guy. That's why I'm telling you guys here. Chicken Guy, my opinion, I would give it a 6 or 7, maybe 6.5 out of 10 stars. If I was going that direction. If I was going 5 stars, I'd give it about a 3 out of 5 stars. And my man cave, it's guitars, swords, firearms, wolves. Oh, wait, you don't have pirates? How do you not have pirate stuff in your man cave, Tom? You are a pirate. You should have booty. I'm really here. What is returning? Chicken guy. I just got in. Yeah, we haven't really started in with the stories. I'm just chatting right now. What is returning is a nighttime spectacular parade. You probably know about, but it is a staple. And we'll be talking about that in a minute. Nighttime parade is a staple of Walt Disney World. It's like Main Street Electrical Parade was part of Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom in the beginning. And there's virtually always been one. And even Main Street Electrical Parade returned a few years ago and then went away. Why a staple of the Magic Kingdom went away is beyond me. But that's what we're going to be talking about as far as returning to the Magic Kingdom. And then when I went to Chicken Guy, they were super rude. There was no line, and the lady gave me a hard time over opening the door myself. She was supposed to let me in. You are not at a nightclub. Yeah, okay, so the lady at the door was an elderly woman. She was sitting down, then there was another person opening the door for people. And then when I got to the checkout counter, the person that checked me out, how do I put this in the nicest way possible? It was an individual who probably needs to use pronouns in their bio. Is that the best way I can put it? Nice person, did their job fine, and that's all I can say about them. You have the pirates in the house since I am a pirate. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. You're welcome for the catch-up, Braylon. I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Sometimes people forget they are streaming to the whole world. No, man, I'm not going to forget you, Pam, of course. Holy. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, I see you there. It's hard. Like when I'm in pro, like when I'm on a pro show, especially, I look for you guys. So if I'm in a pro show and there's like thousands of people in the chats going in the comments, I do look for you guys. And if I can, I will try and chat. It's hard. So like if you see like right here, this is my keyboard. So I have to do this to chat and it looks kind of weird. So I don't always do that. But I try to address you guys in the chat. If you watch me during the pro show and I see your comment, you'll notice my expression change when I see your comment. So a lot of times just look for my expression to change and know that I have seen you and see your comment. And I may not even be able to say anything, but because I try to be nice, it's like, it's one of you. It's all, I don't know. I'm still learning every single day how to do this stuff that I'm doing. It's not like, I didn't go to journalism school. I did go to school for musical theater and commercial music. Okay. That's what I went to college for. 2 things, musical theater and commercial music. So you cover some of this technical stuff in that background, but that was 30 years ago and everything's changed. So it doesn't really matter anyway. I think if Pleasure Island West Side evolved with social media and the entertainment would still be here, the New Year's Eve every night would have been cool in social media. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Pleasure Island New Year's Eve every night thing. Oh gosh. So Braylon, that all closed down when it was open when I was here in 2006 for vacation. When I moved here in 2008, it had just closed down just before I moved here. So it was kind of weird. Business is built on word of mouth. They might want to take that to heart if they want business to thrive. Yes. That's true. That's true. But I mean, if business is built on word of mouth, I will tell you, and I have a short on this. I love Wingstop. I really love Wingstop. I don't eat the wings. My son eats the wings. My older son loves wings, but I like Wingstop sandwiches. I want to chat with you guys all day long. You guys have such good chats today that I'm like getting really caught up in the chat, and I appreciate that, but I got to get to stories. Speaking of music, I'm going to learn how to play Chim Chim Cheree from Mary Poppins on the guitar. I just started my Broadway and musicals collection. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. Sweep is as lucky can be. Like, how would I do a Cockney accent if I were playing that role? I might do it like this. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yes, the entertainment district. It's called Pleasure Island, I believe. Good morning to my mom. She's here in the chat. Guys, I got to get the stories. Again. Thank you so much for the initial support there. But what I want to get to is we're going to cover. Let's just cover this first. I'm probably doing this not in the order that I was going to. Oh, all right. Pam Empson's a Cockney girl. I'll just ask her. I'll be honest. The best accent I do from overseas is going to be Scottish because I actually am Scottish. So I was over there and I visited Scotland for a little bit. Stayed in Edinburgh, South Queensferry, right? And I do believe that, like, I know a lot of Scottish people, and if I were going to do an accent, that would probably be like the accent that I would adopt. It would be Scottish. That would be like the best for me because I actually am Scottish. So, anyhow, Brave Bear is on. What does that mean? Hashtag Brave Bear is on your screen. I don't know. I got to share. I got to present. Share screen. I got two stories. I want to get to both of them today. The movie Brave. All right, Ron, up the apple and pears stairs. So, Braylon Lee, this is what we were talking about. This is out of wdwmagic.com, and I don't see an author. Magic Kingdom files permit for parade storage. Preparing for Disney Starlight. So Disney Starlight is going to be the name of the new nighttime spectacular. And I believe these images might be from Tokyo. This says artist concept only, but a lot of this stuff looks like what they have done in Tokyo. Posted Thursday by the WDW Magic staff. A new permit has been filed for the parade storage building in Magic Kingdom, potentially signaling preparations for the highly anticipated nighttime parade, Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away, set to debut in summer 2025. Now, I'm not sure when they write things like highly anticipated who they're talking about. I don't know if it's highly anticipated or not because that's a judgment call. I guess somebody highly anticipates it. You can't not anticipate it because it ain't here yet. So we'll see. While there is no confirmed connection between the permit and the new parade, the timing suggests that this could be part of the logistical groundwork necessary to support such a large-scale entertainment addition. The parade storage building, located backstage behind Tiana's Bayou Adventure, or as I like to call it, Broccoli Mountain, serves as the home base for Magic Kingdom's parade floats, housing them when not in use and providing a workspace for repairs and maintenance. The addition of a parade as technologically advanced as Disney Starlight will likely require infrastructure updates such as expanded storage capacity and upgraded power systems. Stay tuned for additional details as we get closer to the summer debut of Disney Starlight, Dream the Night Away. So they're not bringing back Spectrum Magic or a version of it. They're not bringing back Disney's Main Street Electrical Parade or a version of it. This is supposedly a brand new parade. This particular concept art for this float, however, looks very similar in its design to the Princess float that they have there at the Magic Kingdom now. Who knows what they're going to do? This is a very short story. But I wanted to share it real quick, simply because it is coming. And to be honest, it is the one thing that I wouldn't necessarily say I highly anticipated as much as what's the word? I'm excited for a return to form. If it is a return to form, I hope Disney does a good job, and I hope this is an exciting parade. My favorite parade that I've seen at the Magic Kingdom anytime in the last few years is not Festival of Fantasy, which was really, really cool when it came out, but it's pretty dated now. It came out 2013, I think. 14 Festival of Fantasy. It's a pretty old parade at this point in time and could stand to be revamped. There's a lot of characters that are not in Festival of Fantasy parade. They put them in a couple other things, and but the parade that is my favorite currently is a nighttime parade, and you have to. It's behind another paywall to go see it, and that is the Halloween parade, the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Parade. That parade is awesome. And Disney should have an awesome parade at night. My challenge is, this seems to be the only thing they're doing in my opinion, this is the only thing that Disney is doing that is a positive in response to Epic Universe opening. So you have Epic Universe opening, on the one hand, and on the other hand, you have, we're bringing back something that should have always been here, a nighttime parade at the Magic Kingdom. I just don't see how that's truly competition. It's surprising to me because this is the Disney company. I always say I'm not going to compare Disney to Universal. I'm comparing Disney to Disney. I'm comparing Disney now to the precedent that they set in the past. And how are we in the future? And it's not as good as it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. That's what's so heartbreaking to me. Because as much as I have loved Disney in the past, I would have expected better things out of them. And I'm not the one who set those expectations or that precedent. Disney set that. But on that note, I do want to move on to the main story before, we could go into. We have. I wanted to have her in here as a special guest. She's busy this morning. She couldn't do it, but we're going to bring up an article by Lorena Creel in just a moment. First of all, we have to address the fact that Ruby Hoove gifted a membership. We got to celebrate before we move on to the main story of the day. We always like the Wookiee celebration. We're back. Whenever we come back for something, I try not to have the RBF on, but sometimes it's early Monday morning. Oh my gosh. So we are sharing a story out of That Park Place, and this is Lorena Creole's first article to be featured in thatparkplace.com. So congratulations to Lorena Creole on this article. We're going to put it on the stage here. There we go. Out of thatparkplace.com. If you're not bookmarked, definitely bookmark this. But here we are. That Park Place by Lorena Creole, written on the 24th of January, 2025. And today, as of the recording of this, it is the 27th day of January. Now, Lorena stayed at the Stella Nova Resort last week. One thing about last week is that the weather was, oh my gosh, it was some of the worst god-awful winter weather that we've had here in Florida in a while. It was awful, awful winter weather. Really cold, rainy, nasty, almost got snow down here, got snow up in the north. We talked about it Friday, how bad the weather was. So that could have affected the opening of this. You know, a lot of people are anticipating it. This is comparative as a resort to Disney's value resorts, the value resorts. By the way, that was my mouth went. Sorry about that. Anyway, but this is the first thing that Universal has opened that is in association with Epic Universe. Epic Universe opens, the park opens May 22nd, and this is the first park adjacent resort. It is the Stella Nova Resort. So out of that parkplace.com, Lorena Creole writes, Universal's Stella Nova Resort opens with organized chaos, a Stella Nova Resort review. And there is a picture. As you can see, it is nasty, it is cold, it is raining in that picture. The opening day of anything comes with its ups and downs, and the opening of Universal's newest resort, Stella Nova, was no exception. Now, I will put this in the link in the description later on, but here is this was Lorena. She did have a live stream on the grand opening. So I will make sure that I link that in the description so you can watch it later. I'm not going to watch it as part of this. This prime value resort, located adjacent to the all-new Universal Epic Universe theme park, was one I had opening day reservations for since April of 2024. And on Tuesday, January 21st, I was excited to experience its grand opening. In this article, I'll let you know my first day thoughts that kicked off my 5-day, 4-night stay at Universal's newest resort hotel and how it compares to the Disney resort hotels I have experienced. Landing at Stella Nova. I was notified via email by the Stella Nova Resort that I could arrive at the hotel by 11 a.m., and I arrived by 11:30 a.m. on opening day. Despite the unusually rainy and cold weather in Orlando, the multicolored mosaic bricks sparkling off the resort and the welcoming smiles of the Universal team members made me forget about the bad weather. Well, that's good news. And there it is, arriving. The exterior of Universal's Stella Nova Resort. Photo credit, Lorena Creole. I was very warmly greeted by 2 team members who were happy and excited that I was there. After entering, I was greeted by another team member who offered me a lovely glass of violet lemonade. Heads up, there's a large revolving door to get into the resort. Follow the stars to see where the door ends and you can step in. I'm trying to see. Oh, there it is. You can see it in the picture there, the revolving door. Let the chaos commence. And now comes the chaos. I stepped into the lobby proper to find a lot of noise, sound, movement, and smiles that reminded me of Disney's contemporary resort. Of course, I was on a mission to find the check-in line among all the people in the lobby, and thanks to yet another helpful team member, I was guided to the end of the line, which at the time was about 100 people long. Needless to say, that is an insane amount of people to check into a hotel, but given this was the opening day, of a new hotel, and all of the vloggers were there to cover it. It made sense. Not all. I wasn't there. Yeah, it was. There were a lot. I saw a lot of seen a lot of coverage on this. I like covering it from my seat in my studio. To control confusion and let guests know they weren't being forgotten, there were plenty of team members walking in the check-in line to welcome us in, thank us for being there, thanking us for our patience, and asking us if we had any questions. And then, of course, team members coming through the line, collecting empty lemonade cups and offering us complimentary refills. The Stella Nova lemonade was much better than plain water, in my opinion. And there is a picture of the Stella Nova kind of violet lemonade that they had. Very Instagram post. As if that wasn't cool enough, Universal had more tricks up its sleeve to make guests waiting in line feel more like they were having an experience to enjoy instead of endure. The lobby had astronauts in costume for photo ops, and they walked the check-in line as well. One astronaut with his own sound system backpack rocked out 80s tunes with cosmic themes. Think Cosmic Girl by Jamiroquai, and kept the crowd entertained. Of course, the kids at heart weren't forgotten, as there was a photo op with Poppy, Branch, and Guy Diamond from the Trolls movie. Judging by the excitement of the guests and characters, this went over well. Kudos to Universal for their approach in keeping guests comfortable, entertained, and noticed during this epic check-in line experience. And there's what is that's Branch, right? Branch the troll. Very cool. Although the dad looks like he's yawning in this picture. Guests meeting characters from Trolls in the lobby of Universal Stella Nova Resort. Now, to be fair, Disney does have cast members walk the check-in line at some of its resorts, especially Art of Animation. And as this was an opening day experience, I don't expect character meet and greets and roaming astronauts to happen every day at Stella Nova. Checking in with sticker shock. After waiting in line for about 45 minutes with all the entertainment, the wait did not seem that long. Check-in was a breeze. My reservation details were confirmed, and I was happy to find out that my room was ready. Not that I was surprised, given this was opening day. I was informed of the hotel's amenities, and it was also suggested I visit the third floor for the Star Corridor. All of the team members at check-in were efficient, and there were several supervisors on hand to help resolve any issues. The whole process was very comparable to Disney check-in with respect to efficiency. Unlike with Disney, there isn't an option to do online check-in, so you can skip the main line. Perhaps Universal will add this perk in the future. Now, let's look at this parking sign. Hotel guests and visitors self-parking daily rates. 5 minutes or less is free. Over 5 minutes all the way up to 30 minutes is $10 plus tax. Ooh. Overnight hotel guest. Now this is going to set some people back, that they don't include this in the price of the stay, but separate it out. This is a trick I don't like hotels doing, because they could just add this into the price of the stay. Let's say that it's $130 a night for the stay. Why don't you just make it $160 a night and then not charge for parking? They do it so that it can make it look like the stay costs less than it actually does. And I don't like that, because then, like, psychologically, I think that does something to people that is not a good thing. It puts a bad taste in your mouth. You're like, no, my expectation was $130 and now I'm paying $160, and maybe with tax and everything that ends up being $190. That's not good. Give people the knowledge of what they're really doing first, because that won't keep people away. What will keep people away is finding out, especially by word of mouth, that parking costs this much, and it's $65 to park at this resort. $65 to park at this resort if you're not staying there. So what if you have a friend that comes to town and you want to visit them at their hotel room? They're going to make you pay $65 to do that? That's a lot. So I don't really love that. Universal has always had a parking charge for its resorts, and I paid as much as $25 a night at the Royal Pacific Premium Resort, $15 per night at Cabana Bay, which is a Value Plus resort. So I was seriously thrown for a loop to find out parking at Stella Nova Resort for overnight guests was $30 per night. Given the look on the team member's face when she told me, I got the impression this didn't go over well with some guests. It could have been worse, though. The daily parking rate is $65 a day for non-hotel guests for any period over 30 minutes. There's a free 20-minute check-in parking, but thankfully this time limit wasn't enforced on opening day due to the volume of guests trying to check in. Disney doesn't charge anymore for parking for its hotel guests, but given this resort's location, it makes sense as it's literally across the street from the Orange County Convention Center and would deter conventioneers from parking at Stella Nova. Also, when Epic Universe opens, this could deter people from parking at the hotel instead of the park. While Stella Nova is a prime value resort, keep the parking charges in mind when budgeting a stay here. Prime value means less expensive. This is something that happens at the majority of resort hotels here in Orlando, actually. It's either a parking charge or there's a resort amenities charge. There are a lot of these hotels, they separate out the charge. I don't think they should do that. There's no reason to not just put the charge in the price. And I understand because of the location, the possible abuse of the parking lot. But man. All right, so Going Shogi says, I'm going to pull the curtain a bit. $160 per night with parking. Not so bad. I just paid $250 a night to stay in downtown Burbank. We weren't across the street from a brand new theme park. Yes, but you were in, honestly, here's my issue with that, Going Shogi. My issue with that is that we have our government paying hotels to house certain people for free who are coming into this country and not necessarily in a legal way. That's what bothers me about that. In other words, I think that anybody who had to evacuate, refugees, your local government with the tax dollars that you pay out there in California should have paid for that stay. That's all I think. Braylon says, I asked Lorena Creole if they have a parking pass, and she said no. This is a regular thing they do for parking. I know. I saw you on the show. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the show on Saturday. I wish I could have, but I've got a lot going on right now. Yeah. Resort fees do take up a lot of the price, and yeah, anymore. It's the resort fees bother me only because it would be different if there are some resorts, local resorts, where they have really nice kind of water park type features at the resort, and they'll let you pay just a resort fee to go there for the day, like a day use fee. Especially during the summertime when the resorts are low and stuff like that. Which isn't bad for locals, but it's I don't know. I don't like being I think I'm like everybody. I don't like being nickel and dimed to death. That's what Disney used to do well, is include everything in the price. And now with the whole Fast Pass thing that they changed over to Genie Plus, it got convoluted to Lightning Lanes and blah 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 blah. No, one charge after another is not good. Just let me know the price, and then I can either budget for it and pay it, or just not go in the first place. That's me. That's how I am. It's one of the reasons I like cruises. Cruises, everything's kind of budgeted in the price. It's really nice. Fire Dragon 57 says, my son just stayed in a hotel 2-mile radius of Disneyland, and he had to pay what they called a resort tax, and it was $25 Parking was $30. Pool pass to use the pool was $50 per person. Holy crud. My gosh. Yeah. I'm just not going to pay it. Just not going to pay it. So launching to my room, getting to the crux of this situation here. Of course, on the way to my room, I stopped by the 3rd floor to check out the Star Corridor. Once you step off the elevator and go to the right, you are treated to an amazing view of lights on a glowing pattern with the darkness of space. The glowing effect, along with a Tron vibe carpet, makes you feel like you're on some exotic star cruiser, but at Universal. So a lot of people were comparing this experience to the Galactic Star Cruiser. Not what Disney gave us in the Galactic Star Cruiser, but what people initially expected from a Star Wars themed hotel. But that price point was $6,000 for 2 nights versus this, which is going to be roughly about $400 for 2 nights. 400 versus 6,000 is a huge difference. I joke with that comparison, but the backlight design elements outside of each room and the design of the hallways made me think just that. Perhaps Universal took some design notes from Disney. My room was on a high floor. My request with a pool view. It was approximately the size of a room at one of Disney's value resorts. The resort view rooms give a view into the park comparable to the view from the contemporary resort into the Magic Kingdom. Helios has a more direct view into Celestial Park. And that's what the room looks like, which I got to say, the room looks pretty kind of cool with that, like a very futuristic type of a vibe to it. Star Wars / Star Trek, but without either one of those IPs attached to it. So it's kind of its own thing. That's pretty cool, actually. Especially if you have kids that are into like astronauts and outer space and those kind of things. This would be a fun place for the family to stay. Aside from that great new hotel room smell, the curved lines and solar white contrasted with the violet, purple, and blue. It's very relaxing. The large starship window, along with the Starfield art, keeps the theming of the resort intact. The room is so new, the refrigerator wasn't even plugged in. Coffee maker was plugged in, most important. But why not the fridge? I don't know. Seemed like a small thing that shouldn't have been overlooked by hotel operations on the first day. I've had the situation where I've actually tested a room at Disney before, and there was a lot wrong with the room that I had to make note of, but I was a cast member at that time and I got to stay in that room for free, so that was pretty fun. I plugged the fridge in myself instead of calling the front desk and verified that it was working. The pool, though. When it comes to the pool at Stella Nova on opening day, it was so cold the pool was not open, but it looked gorgeous. There's the pool, comparable in size to the huge hippy-dippy pool at Disney's Pop Century Resort, which I have guarded in the past. It's definitely heated as I saw steam rising up with outside temps below 50 degrees. Some of the nights that she was there, it was dipping into the 30s. So it was literally freezing here in Orlando. But pretty cool looking view over the pool right there. There are a lot of chairs in several areas to enjoy, plus 2 play areas for kids. Galaxy Bar and Grill seating area next to the pool has a futuristic vibe with plenty of seating. The bar is scheduled to close at 5 p.m. each day. Sounds way too early for a bar closing, but the grill would be open according to the schedule for that day. Unfortunately, the Galaxy Bar and Grill wasn't open due to the cold temperatures. So kind of issues like that with the weather on an opening weekend, kind of not so great. At the Universal Studios store, the Stella Nova Resort, there are many epic Universal items not found at the previous center at Universal City Walk. You'll find items from Dark Universe, Super Nintendo World, Isle of Berk, and the Ministry of Magic, plus general epic Universe logo merch. The store also stocks the standard sundries you'd find in other gift shops and resorts at Disney, so there's all that. Merch. Unlike at Disney, prices are kept just a little above what you find in a convenience store. In other words, you're paying for the convenience and the theme park market. There was some dripping water in a small area near the Harry Potter Ministry of Magic merchandise, but there are buckets on the floor to capture. It's still not a good look to have a leak, water dripping in a brand new hotel. The evening wind down. The evening after parks dining rush is always my benchmark for efficiency. Unfortunately, there was no mobile order for quick service dining, but Team members have printed menus available for guests. And no, you can't order food at the hotel at this hotel in the Universal app. My guess is because the hotels are run and owned by Lowe's Hotels, so it's a different system. There's a menu QR code you can scan in the screens in the hotel lobby and on the in-room TV. But the only item available for mobile order is pizza delivery from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. I'd heard great things about the hot honey chicken pizza, so I ordered that along with the tomato soup and grilled cheese. After placing my order, I received a buzzer to let me know my order was ready. When the buzzer goes off, you go up to the window to get your order. As for the time it took me to get my order, I gave a bit more latitude as it was opening day. It took about 20 minutes to get my food, 10 more minutes than I would have liked, but the dining room was full of people trying to order. My items were received at the right temperatures. All tasted wonderful. I would have liked the grilled cheese to be more stretchy, but it tasted fresh, as did the tomato soup. And all of the positive buzz about the honey chicken, hot honey chicken pizza was all true. So there is her picture of her food. So yes, Lorena Creole seemed to, generally speaking, have a pretty good review. But things got off to a slightly rocky start. I think a lot of that was due to the weather. And it's just kind of hard to operate a resort when it's freezing cold outside. Brand new. Team members probably called in sick. A lot of that issue there. I swear, if they take that Star Cruiser and transform it into the Axiom from Wall-E correctly, it would be amazing. I wonder if they would do something like that. The pool was heated, by the way, y'all, but just no one went outside. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's freezing cold. I wouldn't use the pool either. When I was guarding pools at Disney and it was like 50, 60 degrees outside and people would go swimming because we kept the pools heated and open, I was like, these people are nuts. And I did not want to jump in to rescue somebody. It was horrible in the wintertime when you have to jump in and rescue somebody as a lifeguard. But you got to do it. Got to do it. I think the hotel will tighten up the issues and train the staff. They'll hammer out the details. I think so too, especially with obviously what's going to be associated with it, which is Epic Universe. Guys, I want to thank you all for coming in today. We do have this redirected over to Culture. We got to get over to him soon, but I want to thank you all for coming in today, and also thank Ruby Hoove for that wonderful support of the gifted membership. We appreciate that, Ruby Hoove. And for that, I think before we take off today, we got to have one more celebration. Let's do it. Let's do that little Wookiee dance. If you are a member and you got your member emojis ready to Wookiee dance, well, let's put that sucker up. Let's dance, everybody. And before we leave today, if you get a chance, please go check out the merchandise at my spread shop. Follow the Bradley's Fun spread shop. We've got 15% off everything, and today is the last day of the sale. So I want to let you know we've got the Make Disney Walt Again shirts and hats. Like the hat that I'm wearing. Follow the Bradley's Fun, the Fedora hat, like Fedora Finds, and of course, follow the Bradley's Fun, our YouTube channel logo avatar on different designs. Please, 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 if you want 15% off, this is great quality merchandise, by the way. I have experienced it myself. I really, really enjoy it. The quality is fantastic, and I think you will enjoy letting people know. Joe and Shogi has put the link in the chat right there. Thank you so much for that, Go and Shogi. And have a nice day in Scottish. Scottish, says Fire Dragon. Thank you so much for coming in today, guys. And until tomorrow and the next time. We will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Have a great day today. Ciao.